Hi folks, welcome to Set Apart Homestead. Today we got a special video for you. I have been getting tons and tons of emails since I started the channel, but it seems to be picking up, of people asking questions about purchasing land in the Ozarks, moving here, how to find land, even asking about, if I can connect them with some realtor, because they're wanting to buy land here, whether they're wanting to move here or just have purchase some land to have. So instead of trying to constantly ask or answer those questions, and I'm not an expert, which I don't mind answering the questions, but again, I'm not an expert, I reached out to a local realtor in this area that I've heard about. I've never dealt with them personally, but I have friends that have, and they've told me they have a good reputation. And they focus their business on homestead properties. In fact, so much so that that's the name of their company, Homestead Crossing. I have Patrick here. He's kind of the property manager and does sales and everything. So I've asked him to maybe kind of answer some questions and just kind of talk about their business and, about buying land here in the Ozarks. So thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Coming on the channel. We want to start off, if you could just kind of tell us about your business, this Homestead Crossing, why are you guys different than just the thousands of other real estate agencies and stuff out there?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Well, first, we're not a realtor. What we do is land investment. So unlike a realtor where they're, selling for a third party or they're working off commission or whatever, we don't do commissions. We just buy the land and we sell the land directly. So the only person that you're ever going to deal with is us. So from the first point of contact, whether it's via email or phone or however, from that point until the date that you pay off and we get the deed transferred over to you, it's going to be straight through us. So there's never a bank or anything like that. It's just
awesome.
Yeah.
And they do owner finance properties.
Correct.
And just so that you guys know, I've kind of looked into them. I've, even before I contacted them and looked at their prices and stuff, and it's not like they're taking stuff and jacking the price like, exorbitantly high and trying to turn around and sell it. I've kind of done the math, like when they have, say, a 5-acre property or something, you do the math on the per acre price and it's pretty comparable with what land values are going for. I'm sure they've got to make money, but it's not like you guys are, taking 5 acres and then jacking the price.
No.
But I've not seen that. And so I thought that between how, what I've heard of you guys and what I've seen, wanted to have you on here. So I do appreciate that. So what is it that you guys why is it that you kind of focused on maybe that kind of homesteading niche, or buying land off grid, people, what is it about that?
That's a good question. Well, I think it was kind of the area kind of dictated that, if it was maybe like a different state, we might focus more on a different area. But here in the Ozarks, I think it just kind of lends itself to homesteading, off-gridding. To me, it's kind of like the last Wild West where you can kind of come and do your thing and live the way you want to. You don't have to worry about some government dude saying, hey, you can't take rainwater,
Yeah.
So I think it just, because the company, originally we came down from Minnesota, and, they kind of saw how Missouri was compared to other states, because just about everybody in Missouri now is a transplant, because they've seen that this is the place to be if you want to live how you want to live.
Yeah.
So we just kind of took it and ran with it, and it's just been great. We love seeing people get out there and do their thing and build their homesteads, and they come to us, and where our office is, we're kind of centrally located to most of the property, so people come in the office all the time and have a cup of coffee, they'll talk to us, and once a year we'll have a customer appreciation party and everybody comes out and we have free food and stuff. So it's more like a family thing, and we just like to invite people in and let them live that lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're seeing from a business perspective that this area is also a good place to do that. And that's one of the things I've talked to my viewers is that, sure, the weather here, it's pretty good. We have a good growing season, good amount of rainfall and stuff. But if you look at it from how the state government and local governments view people that want to live off grid, they basically say, hey, that's fine.
Right.
You know, whereas as many of us have seen on the news in other states where people have gotten fined and even kicked off their own property because they put up rainwater, or they put up a wind mill to generate electricity, and around here there's
everywhere.
It's everywhere. I mean,
it's normal.
Just the other day, my family and I went down to one of the little creeks to play in, and on the way, I know we drove by one of your guys. Well, what was once one of your guys' properties, because I kind of know the people, and they bought from you. But you see people all over. You drive around out here in the country, you see solar panels, you see rain catchment systems, you see wind generators, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, I love it.
You see it everywhere, and it's I think it also goes back. If you look at kind of America, the spirit of America, that independence and everything, you find that here in the Ozarks.
Oh yeah, yeah,
you really do.
I think most of the time when I talk to people, that's the one thing they say. I want to get back to a simpler life. I'm ready to get out of the city. And like I say, a lot of people coming from California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, everybody's just flooding down here to different parts to get back to a more simpler thing, because it's cheaper, it's more efficient, and it's just more peaceful.
Yeah,
it really is.
One of the concerns a lot of my viewers have had, say they live in California and they're wanting to move here.
Yeah.
They're always worried that, you come down to the Ozarks, it might be like the old movie Deliverance, where the locals are going to...
The banjo?
The locals are going to kind of run you out of town. And I've tried to tell them that, if you come here and say, hey, I'm from California and I want to change this area to California, you're probably going to get run out of town. But if you come, in your experience, I've told people, if you come here and you're trying to fit in and be like people in the Ozarks, you're going to be okay. Is that, what's your experience been of...
Most of the time, people adapt right in.
Right.
If you, like you said, if you want to stand out and you want to keep things the way they were from the place that you tried to get out of, you're probably going to meet some resistance.
Exactly.
But if you want to come and you want to live the way you want to out and be free, you're going to fit right in.
Yes, that's what I tell people, that, I've never seen someone that comes here, moves here, and they're trying to actually fit in and live the lifestyle down here. I've never seen any signs of them kind of being pushed out or trying, anyone treating them differently. So for those of you that live out of state and want to move here, again, like I've said before, if you come here saying, well, I'm from New York and I want to change the local government to how we had it in New York, they're probably going to run you out on a stake. But if you move here saying, hey, I want to fit in and live this lifestyle, you're going to be okay. At least in my experiences. If you would kind of tell us about kind of the process, if someone gets on your website, or how can they find out about you? And then go from there. If they find a property and they're like, hey, I kind of like that, what would they do? And maybe even the process of kind of purchasing that.
Yeah. Well, I think most of the battle that we've had is the big names really kind of try to drown us out. But I think it's the base following and the word of mouth has really helped us. So it's always started as... It actually started out on eBay. This is where we first started. It was just us and I think Billy, some other guy. Anyways, and then it kind of grew and grew, but now we got our own website, so it's homesteadcrossinginc.com.
I'll leave a link in the description of this video.
And then we got the office here, which we're at now, which is 417-469-4100. But usually what happens is people either send us an email through the website, or they'll call the office and they'll say, hey, I'm looking at this property, I wanted some information on it. And what I try to do as the property manager is I try to go out and I try to walk each property, all the boundaries, and kind of see, this is where this is where the clearing. If I was moving here, this is where I want to put my cabin, whatever. That way when people call and they want information, I can give them accurate information as to what the property is, how it sits, all that kind of stuff. So say, hey, I want to know something about this, and I'll let them know. And then say, okay, I want to purchase this. So all we require is the down payment and the first monthly payment. That gets you immediate access. You get on the property that day, get going, whatever. Now you can own the property for 100 years and never step foot on it. We don't care. It's up to you.
Right.
If you want to just have it as an investment, that's fine. If you want to go out there and start your homestead, you got chickens in the trunk, you ready to go? Go for it, man. But yeah, then we'll draw up a simple agreement and we'll send that to you. You sign it, send it back. Make your monthly payments. Once you pay it off, transfer the deed. That's it.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Now, I encourage you, if you're interested, go out and go check their website. And it changes often. I've noticed you guys are constantly adding. I don't know if you have a certain schedule of adding them, or is it just because it seems like every time I get on your website, there's always something new on there.
Yeah.
And your price range is pretty good. You know, it's not just for people that can afford a few thousand a month. You know, I mean, it's all the way. I've seen properties probably what 150 a month. Maybe as low as 150 a month, maybe $1,000, $1,500 down payments on the low end, all the way up to $1,000, $1,500 a month. You know, for your really big properties,
like 80 plus.
So there's a lot of variety there, and you've got properties that have live water, year-round water. Some don't. Some have a well. Some have a cabin. There's a lot of a lot of variance. So if you guys get on their website and you're like, well, I don't really see anything I like right now, just keep checking back, because I see stuff. I may get on your guys' site every week or two just out of curiosity. I'm on there. They also have a Facebook page. And I'm on their Facebook page, and they'll post something like, man, that's a really good looking property. So I'll go to their website and look at it. So that's how I see things. And like you said, they have really good pictures, pretty good detail. I've noticed that about you guys. If there's a little shack barn looking thing, or if there's a cabin, or if there's a garden area, you take pictures of that. Pretty good detail, and you can kind of tell that you guys are doing it from the perspective of a potential homesteader operator, and I think a lot of us would appreciate that. What if, say, they're interested and they, like, what they see, but they just can't they don't see the exact property that kind of they're wanting, or maybe in the area. Can they contact you and say, hey, keep me in mind if something comes up in this area,
Oh, yeah. I'm a sticky note junkie, so I'll get down some info, and I'll write down kind of name, address, phone number, whatever, what you're looking for, and I try to keep that in the back of my mind, and if one of those properties comes up, because I got a board full that I still got to post. So when one of them comes up, I'll be like, I remember they wanted this matches. I'll give you a holler, say, hey, this is what's coming. You want to go look at it before it hits the market, or, you want to try to get on it now?
I noticed that most of your properties seem to focus in kind of the south central, north central Missouri Ozarks generally. I mean, I know that you occasionally have them elsewhere, but it seems that most of their properties kind of focus in that area.
We try to stay within about 2 to 3 hours of where our office is, because what we do is we try to do all the improvements to the land ourselves. So we have all our own equipment and all our own employees, which are all local, as you know. So if it's a logistic nightmare if we go too far out.
Exactly.
So we try to stay like South Missouri, Northern Arkansas. But we've had stuff all over the place, like I said, Minnesota, Nova Scotia.
They had some property in Canada. I looked at that. It's actually been a few months ago, and I was like, man.
Beautiful,
I can't remember one, but you had one. It was like coastal property, and the price, I couldn't believe it. It had like an old house that needed work done on it and everything. I was like, there was a part of me that just wanted to buy that. It was just beautiful looking.
There was one of them that was just right down the road from that island they were digging for gold at. I can't remember the name of it. Some TV show. So they actually they'll have occasionally properties like that. So, anyways. I hope this answers some of the questions. Like I said, I know I get a lot of people asking questions, and it can get confusing because if you're out of state and you're wanting, you may not know the exact location. You just want to kind of move to this area. I can understand being from out of state, not being able to come here and just drive around till you find a spot. How confusing it can be because there's real estate agencies everywhere. There's tons and tons of websites on properties for sale, and it can really get overwhelming. And I kind of like what I see with you guys of how you kind of set it up, and it's very much focused towards homesteading, off-grid life. So I think that's would work well for a lot of the viewers if they're looking for that owner finance type of property that they can get. So I really like what I see on your website. I'm always looking on there like, man, maybe I need to pull the trigger and buy one of these. They've got some pretty good deals going on there. So
So I hope you guys will check them out. I'm going to leave a link to their website and put their phone number and stuff like that in the description. So if you guys want to call, I'm not on here like, working out some deal to plug them. They are a locally owned company, and he told me before they hire local employees. It's not some big fancy, high-rise business. Everyone's, these guys are all over here becoming millionaires. I mean, it's none of my business. I'm just saying. I know how a lot of you guys think. You like kind of dealing with your kind of people, and I get that feeling with them. That it's a small town kind of business. They're located in Willow Springs, Missouri, so you can look that up. And it is just a small little town. It's like Mayberry, Mayberry RFD, Willow Springs, Missouri.
It really is.
It really is. It's a cute little town. But
Main Street, and that's about it.
Yep, there's Main Street, and that's it. There's like a pizza joint.
Yeah, we got a pizza joint.
And a little tiny grocery store, and a little pharmacy, old-fashioned
Tractor Supply.
That's right. You guys do have Tractor Supply out going outside of town.
Yeah, we're moving up.
You're moving up. Yeah, we don't even have one of those over by where we live.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, well, I want to thank you a lot for talking to us, and I hope that some of the viewers get in contact with you because
absolutely.
Like I said, I like the kind of how you guys are doing it, and for a lot of the people that are just starting out, that's the whole thing with buying homes and land anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's difficult to.
It is.
Land prices are high. They're lower here than they are in a lot of places in the country, but it's still a lot of money, and being able to come up with down payments and getting bank loans, especially when you're wanting to do the homestead kind of thing. A lot of places won't loan you money if you're going to do an off-grid
not for
loan.
just land.
A lot of places won't loan for land or loan if it's an off-grid cabin or something like that. They want a site-built home connected to utilities before the bank will loan to it and stuff. So it's very difficult, unless you just have a bunch of money sitting in the bank.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which a lot of us don't. I know I don't.
Nope.
It's hard to find that property
that
you can afford and start out on. And I think these guys kind of have opened that door so that if you're wanting to buy in this area, there's a lot of good properties that they have for sale, and I have seen a few of them because there's been a few in the past that's been pretty close to where I live, and I'll look on your side, I'm like, oh well, that's just not too far. I'm gonna go drive and look at it, just drive by it, and they're nice little properties. A lot of them are very secluded, and so it's something that I think a lot of people that listen to this channel and that are interested, they'd probably be appreciative of what you guys have to offer. So
yeah, we try to provide a good selection.
I think so. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, like I said, I'll have his contact information. You're always welcome to contact me, and maybe you guys can find you a place, and whether it's moving here to Homestead or just having your bug out location or just an investment property or whatever it is, you're probably going to find it. Like I said, you get on there and you can't find it right away, check back in a week or so. It'll probably...
It's like the weather. It'll change.
Yeah, it's just like the weather. If you're on Facebook, get on their Facebook page and like it, because that's where I see you guys when you have a new property. I notice you guys post it on their Facebook page so that you can be updated on new properties that they find. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Pat.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming out, man.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I hope this has been helpful for you and finding your perfect little piece of heaven. So, thank you all for watching again, and I will catch you in the next video.
See you later. Going out to the Ozarks.
All right.